Today I'm going to show you my calculator math activity. It's actually a game, and the kids would have paper, pencil, and a clipboard, but I brought my Microsoft Word up over here to show you guys what we're doing, so that way I don't have to videotape and try to show you the computer. So the game is add 2-digit numbers together to equal 100. Go over 100, you lose. Person that gets to 100 wins. So we have to use 2-digit numbers. So the first kid goes and they say, okay, I'm going to pick 90. And they would write that down on their paper because I would explain it's easy with a calculator for numbers to get lost, or you don't clear things out. You want to keep track of what you're doing. So I put 90 plus. Second kid, this is an easy one. Hopefully they're going to know that it's a 10. And that equals 100. All right, so new game, always hit this button. I like this one because it makes that fun noise. Okay, so the next kid, player number 2, goes first this time. And he's going to realize how easy it was for him to win, and he's going to know that the next person will be able to win easily if he's not a little trickier. So he's going to pick 72. Now, the second kid might know what they need to add here to get to 100, or they might not. Let's say they do know, and they go, okay, 2 plus 8 equals 10, which would make this 80, 90, 100. So they need 28. Let's check it and make sure it worked. Oop. And then they would say, oh, they messed up, Ms. Erica. So we go back here, and we put it in, rewind, and put in the numbers that messed up. 72 plus 28, 100. Now, some of them might do it like this. 72 plus 28 equals. And then they say, well, I can't add anything more. Yes, you can. You can keep adding. Okay. But let's say that the tricky first player helped themselves. So let's say they picked 33. So we do 33 plus. And let's say the next kid has no idea what they need to get to 100. They don't have to, be embarrassed. They would just pick a number then. They would just go, okay, well, I don't really know what it is, so let's pick 45. It was 78. So add that. 45 equaled 78. And then they would go over. So then now they're going to do 78 plus what? First kid might know what it is, might not know what it is. He's got to pick a 2-digit number, though. And that equals 88. And then maybe the last kid knows that he just needs 22. Oh, I went over. It was only 12. So this side of that kid would lose. I like this game because you can change it and you can make it more difficult. Hopefully getting to 100 would be something very simple. They wouldn't get into a situation like this. But for those kids that need it, they could keep going. You could even differentiate and go down to a lower number. You could do 1-digit numbers up to 20. You could do 1-digit numbers up to 100, and that would make more math involved. Or you could pick a really big number and do multiplication. But for these kids here, let's say they did really well, and I would then change the game to equal 200. So add 2-digit numbers together to equal 200. Go over 200, you lose. Reach 200 to win. All right, so here's where we're going to start. So it can only be a 2-digit number, though, so it can only be 99 at the most. First kid picks 99, and they got to write it down because they're paying attention and they're doing what Miss Erica wants them to do. So then this one is going to add. He knows even if he adds 99, he's not going to get to 200, and he doesn't want to get too close because then that's going to help his partner out and they're going to win. So they're going to add 21. Plus 21 equals 120. So plus 21 equals 120. And then we tab over. We do 120 plus what? Hopefully the first student's gonna know that they just need an 80 here. And there's the reason why we write it down, because the calculator messed up because I hit the clear button. So they would be keeping track. They go down here, they put in that number again. The student puts in the 80, and it equaled 200. So this time that player would win that just added the 80. You can do this with all sorts of numbers. You can get as low down. You could do, for kids that needed huge differentiation, you could do up to 20. Add one-digit numbers up to 20, all the way up to, you could do one-digit numbers, three-digit numbers, four-digit numbers, up to 10,000. I like it because it's a game, and also the kids are writing down their math facts over here on the paper. They don't realize that they're writing down their math facts. It's just keeping score so that the other person can't get away with anything. And I think kids would really like that. It's a fun game, especially if you use different calculators. There's so many different ones on the internet, or you could get different actual physical calculators to use and let them try different ones. And that's my calculator activity. Thank you, guys.